Today's NFL Daily video is presented by Manscaped. Head over to manscaped.com/chat and you'll get 20% off and free shipping on all their fantastic men's grooming products. So go check them out today. One more time, folks, it's manscaped.com/chat. Today we're breaking down some players who could be traded. And we're beginning with one of the more notable names out there, namely Julio Jones. And I am surprised that we've gotten here, although nothing will surprise me in the same way that the DeAndre Hopkins trade surprised me not that long ago. The trade rumors around Julio continue. Once we reach June 1st, the contract for Julio Jones from an immediate cap impact becomes tradable. It would save the Falcons about $20 million over 2 years, money they could spend on paying, for example, Calvin Ridley. And I wonder if the Falcons are worried about Julio Jones' health. For the most part, it's always been nagging this, bump and bruise that, questionable during game week, misses Wednesday's practice, and then balls out during the game. In 2020, however, he only played 9 games, and the Falcons are paying him quite a bit of money, which, it's Julio Jones. That certainly makes sense. Over 9 games, he was still very, very productive. But I at least wonder if the Falcons are going to are operating under we would rather trade somebody a year too early than a year too late. Now, if the Falcons were to trade Julio away, 5 teams that I think make some sense. The Raiders are always linked to a receiver, right? The Patriots and Titans still need receiver help. And then low-key, kind of under the radar, I really like the Colts and Lions as potential destinations there. So make your predictions. You can still vote Atlanta, by the way. But where do you believe Julio Jones will play in 2021? Get your votes in for me in the comments section right now. All right, let's go to cornerback now, the opposite side of the ball here. Stephon Gilmore, and you can mention J.C. Jackson here if you guys want as well. But the Gilmore trade rumors have been there since last year's trade deadline when the Patriots weren't playing that well, and Gilmore had some value. I think, unfortunately for New England and for Gilmore himself, the stock is down. He's coming off an injury. He has 1 year left on his contract, and he wasn't as good in 2020 as he was in 2019. The production bears that out. The interceptions, pass breakups, they plummeted from 2018 and 2019 down to 2020. Coming off the injury, which required some surgery, I have had a very tough time identifying what Stephon Gilmore's value is. I'd say at minimum a second-round pick, you would think, right? But I don't know if that's been offered to anyone or if pitchers would even accept that. So Gilmore's trade, it's tricky, but they do have some corners on that team. So name a player then that you think gets done. I still got a few more names to get through here, but let me know in the comments section. This is the pinned comment, to be exact, here on today's video. So you get the ad break here on YouTube, scroll on down and get your votes in. Here's the name you guys all knew was going to be on this list, Aaron Rodgers. Now, the Packers and Rodgers are very much having some issues right now with, it appears Rodgers just kind of wants out, and he's not happy. And I feel bad for Green Bay, but they brought this upon themselves by drafting Jordan Love and some other questionable moves there. Now, much like Julio Jones, any trade would have to occur after June 1st. That makes it work from a salary cap perspective for the Green Bay Packers. Now, I don't believe Green Bay wants to move him, and nor should they. He's awesome. Like the Aaron Rodgers we saw in 2020 was a return to form. It's not like he was bad at all in 2018 or 19 or even 2017, but it looked like he'd taken a bit of a step back. He wasn't MVP caliber Aaron Rodgers. 2020, however, oh boy, he absolutely was. And you don't see these caliber of players get dealt. That is unheard of in the NFL. Now, if he does get moved, I got 5 teams I think make a lot of sense. Denver and Las Vegas, constantly mentioned. They make sense. Washington, sorry Fitzmagic, It's Aaron Rodgers. If Washington got Aaron Rodgers, hot take, they'd be the best team in the NFC East. Or NFC, excuse me. The Saints, money's tight. They can find a way to make it work. And the Giants, by the way. Daniel Jones, if you're leaving him cool, he's not Aaron Rodgers. So all 5 of those teams should go after him, and it could cause a bidding war if Green Bay chose to move him. So make your predictions. Where will Aaron Rodgers play in 2021? And yes, folks, Jeopardy is a valid answer to this question. We all know that Aaron Rodgers manscapes. We've seen the mustache. He takes care of all the grooming and the hair. So head over to manscaped.com/chat. Get 20% off and free shipping. I'm not saying you'll have the same off-the-field success as A-Rod has, but it can't hurt you. So head over to manscaped.com/chat. Take some legal performance enhancers there, or use some legal performance enhancers there. You got a fantastic option there. Different guards, different lengths, all great options there. Manscaped.com/chat. That link will be in the comment section and the description to save you 20% and get you free shipping in the process. To a name that the Eagles have been trying for months to find a trade partner for, Zach Ertz. To the extent that Zach Ertz is not expected to report to any of the Eagles' offseason program until he's either traded or released. Now, I have been on this theory and mindset for the entirety of the time. I don't believe Philadelphia will be able to find a trade partner. They still could. Maybe there's an injury at the time that would be a change, and that would make it make more sense. But in all honesty, as good as Zach Ertz has been, despite his not tackle-breaking ability because he can't make anybody miss, who wants to pay $8.5 million in 2021 for this level of production? And yes, the quarterback play was bad. But at this stage in Zach Ertz's career, I don't think the value is all that great. I don't think he's worth $8.5 million. If a team can redo his contract, that makes things more palatable. But in the end, I don't believe that Philadelphia will be able to find a trade partner for Zach Ertz. So maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, and you guys can get your votes in as well. We can either be right or wrong together, or I guess one of us will be right and some of us will be wrong. Either way, get your votes in. Y for yes, the Eagles will trade him, or type in N for no. To Arizona, Jordan Hicks. The Cardinals are allowing him to search for a trade. Now, he will not be starting at inside linebacker this year. That is why the Cardinals are allowing him to search for a trade partner. Zaven Collins, Isaiah Simmons come in. They're the new starters. Hicks is now a backup, and although he's fairly affordable for Arizona and for a new team, $3 million is the cost there, he's a low-end starter. At least I believe that. He's not quite what he was at his very best, but for 1 year, $3 million with basically a team option for another $3 million in year 2, that's all very intriguing. So I do think there would be some interest in going out and adding Jordan Hicks. So again, 5 teams I think could make some sense. The Colts, Anthony Walker replacement. The Saints, fairly affordable. They could use some linebacker help. Same with the New York Giants there. 2 teams I love the fit for, by the way. The Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, if there's a major NFL trade, you know we're going to break it down for you. Maybe even go live. If Aaron Rodgers gets dealt, yeah, we're going to be live for that one. So hit that big red button and subscribe. It's youtube.com/chatsportstv. Don't miss any of the videos we do for you guys here at Chat Sports. Time now for Gardner Minshew. It's very clear. Everybody knows it. He's not going to be the starter in Jacksonville. That is going to be Trevor Lawrence. And the Jags brought in C.J. Beathard. They have Jake Luton. They could trade Minshew if they wanted to. Now, I still think that Minshew is a good NFL backup quarterback. He is not a franchise answer. If anything, he might end up being the new Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's what I think Minshew might end up being. And I think for several teams out there, he would be an upgrade at the backup quarterback position. If I were a team like, I'll mention Pittsburgh here, or the Falcons, for example, where I have an older quarterback, I'm worried about injury, give me Minshew. Now, week 1 Gardner Minshew, it kind of inflates the stats for total Gardner Minshew. He is and the QBR speaks for it, right? He's not great, but he's not bad. I mean, shoot, Blake Bortles just got signed again. There's room in the NFL for Gardner Minshew. So if a team wants a backup quarterback, that's the guy I'm going after for probably a day 3 pick. Now, a guy that I know is available is Nick Foles. There was the report out of Chicago that the Bears tried to trade Nick Foles, and nobody wanted him, which actually surprises me a little bit because it would only cost $4 million. The problem for Chicago is that they cannot cut him. Even though it's going to be Andy Dalton and or Justin Fields ahead of him, cutting Nick Foles with the way his contract is structured would incur an extra $5 million on the salary cap this year. That's not great. And Foles, outside of a miracle playoff run and that 1 year in Philadelphia, he has not been a good quarterback, but backup-wise, for $4 million, this honestly is not that bad. Again, I think we underestimate the drop-off that exists in the NFL at the quarterback level. But as a backup quarterback goes, again, who would you rather have? Nick Foles or Blake Bortles? Probably Nick Foles, right? But for our purposes here, a better question. Who would you rather have? Pick a quarterback for me. Type NF if you'd rather have Nick Foles on your roster, or type GM for Gardner Minshew. I'm typing in GM, but I want to hear from you guys. Get your votes in the comments section. And then we won't spend too much time on this name. Had we done this video like 3 months ago or 2 months ago, he'd have let it off. But amid all the lawsuits, the uncertainty, the question marks surrounding what the future looks like for Deshaun Watson, I don't know if he gets dealt this year. At some point, I believe Deshaun Watson will be traded by the Houston Texans. But I don't know if it's this offseason, next year, or if they just dump him amid all the lawsuits and maybe never plays in the NFL again. His future, a complete unknown, but I did want to mention him on this video.